Hi, Gemini. This is your March 2016 horoscope. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. So let's see what's going on for all my people who were born with the sun, the moon, or their rising sign in Gemini in the month of March 2016. Well, first of all, Gemini, the sun starts out in Pisces, and that is in your 10th house of career and social status. Ooh, Gemini. You are going to be noticed when it comes to career. Whether you're doing a good job or bad job, the spotlight is on you when it comes to career. So if you're trying to advance, this is your time to shine. You need to take advantage of the energy in the best way possible and make those moves so that you can move up in the world as far as career. This is a great time to be noticed and seen by boss figures and authority figures and to get along with them. But there can be conflicts as far as battles, like power struggles with higher ups when the sun is in the 10th. See, the 10th house is the house of the general, of the military sergeant. So when the sun is there, that's how you can feel at times, like taking charge, like extra, even more than usual. And you can butt heads with authority during that time because you feel like you're such an authority figure yourself. So just be mindful and careful of that and just use the energy to get along with people who can help you advance in career. When we get to the 21st, the sun moves into Aries, and this is in your 11th house of friendships, groups of friends, organizations you belong to, any groups you belong to in social media or in real life, and also networking. And it's also the gains that you earn from the hard work that you did when energy was in your 10th house of career. Great time for socializing. You're a social sign, you're a social energy. You like being chatty and communicating with people and connecting with other people. So while the sun is in your 11th house, you're going to be doing a lot more of that on a wider scale, not just your day-to-day BFFs, but it's a good time to socially network more. You'll be seen in the media more if you put yourself out there. If you have a business to where it requires you to be communicative and network, this is your time to shine in that sphere, so take advantage of that. If you're not concerned about career very much, it's just an excellent time to hang out with your groups of friends, and friends are going to see you shining. To them, you're shining your light, and you're calling them to be like, hey, come ask me to lunch, let's go chit chat, let's go to the sports bar, let's go to some games, let's just hang out, let's hang out in some groups. So it's a great time for that while the sun is in your 11th house. So what's up with Venus? Well, for the first 2 weeks of March, Venus is going to be in Aquarius, and this is in your 9th house. The 9th house is a house of adventure and optimism and travel, and it's also higher knowledge and higher education. Venus is how you enjoy life and enjoy yourself, how you enjoy your free time. So reading some really good books is good when Venus is in the 9th house. That may interest you, Gemini, because you do like to read, you like to read in little sections, but while there's some 9th house energy going on, you may actually have the patience to get through a long book or an educational book and learn something new, because Geminis, you guys love to anything that involves like using your mind, expanding your mind, learning some new skills. But the 9th house is like higher minded skills, like higher education skills. So definitely a great time to get ahead when it comes to that. If you're in school, your teachers may be seeing you in a positive light and maybe offering more help when it comes to your assignments or anything like that, or learning something new. Also, Venus in the 9th equals travel. So going on a vacation or just being adventurous, getting around your town, your city, your state, trying out some new things. In Gemini, you guys get bored easily. So the 9th house Venus will keep you very active and busy. On the 13th, Venus moves into Pisces. This is your 10th house. Venus is female figures, and the 10th house is career. So you can have a lot of help and assistance with advancing in career from females. Getting a lot of support when it comes to advancing in career can definitely happen. Females or any people that are helpful for you can give you a little bit of a boost when it comes to career while Venus is there. But also the 10th house is a house of enjoying the good life in regards to like the fruits of your hard labor. So if you've been working hard, Gemini, while Venus is there, Venus is like your purchases that you make, your material possessions that you like to buy. And the 10th house is like the best, the top notch. Like, I earned this expensive thing, or this expensive trip, or this expensive food, at this restaurant, because I work so hard. So you may be feeling like spending more money on the finer things of life while Venus is in your 10th house. So Mars starts out the month still in your 6th house of health and daily routine and the work environment for the first 6 days of March. Geminis, I know you guys in particular have been having a very hard time at work. A lot of you have, because Mars is a very aggressive energy and it can bring conflicts. At the same time, it can bring resolution, because Mars doesn't like to see things that are unfair. And when it sees conflict, it likes to resolve it. It likes to get to the bottom of things, especially while it's in Scorpio. Scorpio digs, digs, and digs until it finds the answers and the resolution to things. So while Mars has been there, you could have been having a lot of issues at work, whether with coworkers, people in your work environment, or with customers, and been having the urge to fire back at people, because Mars is a soldier. He's like a warrior, and if people are challenging him, he's going to feel like, no, I don't play that, and he's going to charge right back at people to protect himself. So you may have felt like that when it comes to your work environment and had some situations come up. But like I said, Mars also likes to resolve things. He doesn't just only simply like to charge at people for no reason. So it's an opportunity to resolve any conflicts that come up in the work environment. Also with health, I know a lot of my Geminis have been suffering big time when it comes to your allergies and your sinuses, and I'm so sorry. Or maybe some people are catching the flu or colds at this time of year, and I know it's terrible, but you know what, Gemini? The energy is not going to last too long. It's going to move into your 7th house after the 6th of March. So when Mars is in your 7th house, honestly, this is still more energy that can cause conflicts with other people, with one-to-one contact with people, within relationships with others. It doesn't matter if it's a serious romantic relationship or not. Just relating one-on-one to other people, Mars is aggressive, and he can cause you to kind of point that Mars arrow and be more aggressive towards people in general. So just be careful with that. But definitely the 7th house is about fairness. And if Mars sees something that's unfair, he's going to be like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not letting you get away with that. And he's going to charge after whatever unfairness is happening and help you to bring more fairness and resolution to the issues involved. Use Mars for that. Try very hard. I know it's been hard. I know it's going to be hard to not, be aggressive towards people and to fight with your significant other, but Gemini, just try your best not to do that. So what is your pal Mercury up to? Your ruler Mercury for the first 6 days of March will be in Aquarius, and this is your 9th house. So this energy is carrying over from February, where Mercury is in the 9th house of higher knowledge. You may have, like I said, with Venus being there, had the patience to actually read longer books or absorb more information, not just little bits and pieces like you normally do, but like really extensive higher knowledge. So you may have been learning a foreign language, because Mercury in the 9th can give you the patience and the interest to learn a foreign language. So you could have been taking advantage of the energy in that way. But once we get to the 7th of March, Mercury is going to move into Pisces, and this is in your 10th house. Mercury is a manager, an organizer. He's a busybody. He's your logical, rational mind. He keeps your mind like whizzing around. Mercury is your ruler, and Gemini, you are like that by nature. So wherever Mercury is where your mind is going to be whizzing around the most. After the 7th, it's going to be in regards to career. So your bosses could be keeping you very busy, okay? Like busy, asking a lot of things out of you. I know I have had Mercury in my 10th house as a Taurus, and now it's going to be Gemini's turn. And let me tell you, I have had more work piled on me and more demands from boss figures to do a lot more work, extend and expand your workload. But Gemini, you're a very cerebral type of energy, type of sign. So whatever is thrown at you, you can react quickly and say, okay, I got it. I'm going to finish it. I'll finish it. And as long as you don't skip around like you normally do, a lot of Geminis, and kind of like not complete projects, you just start one and then start another, and you have all these things going on at the same time. Just be careful not to overwhelm yourself and burn yourself out in career in that way. and use Mercury to, yes, get a lot of things completed, like actually completed, but still multitask and get a lot of tasks done. Since your ruler Mercury is such a very quick energy, he whizzes around very fast. He's going to be in 3 different signs in the month of March. So on the 22nd, Mercury is going to move into Aries, and this is your 11th house of friendships and groups and long-term goals and rewards from hard work, and also organizations you belong to. So Mercury there is communication. You could be communicating more with groups of friends or on Facebook, on social media, chatting it up with people, and maybe joining some more groups, meeting some new online friends, meeting an online boo thing, getting on Tinder, some Geminis. Regardless of what you're doing online, that's your business, Gemini, but you can definitely be meeting a lot of people online. Or if you're not really into the online stuff, just hanging out with friends a lot more, friends that you actually know in person. You're going to be more conversational with them, if that's even possible for Geminis, but they're going to be like hitting you up and calling you if you're not doing exactly that to them. So just be prepared to be busy with friends towards the end of March. Gemini, I must tell you about some very important coming events in astrology in March, which are the eclipses. Dun, dun, dun. Eclipses are every month. There's a new moon and there's a full moon. But the eclipses are like 10 times more powerful as the regular new moon and full moon. The effects last for about up to 6 months. And you may not see the result of the eclipse and the area of life that it affects you right away on that day. You may or may not. You may see things actually following up to that day, or you may not. Nothing is exact all the time when it comes to astrology, but during the time windows of the eclipses, you can expect these following areas of your life to be extremely affected. The first eclipse is a new moon eclipse in Pisces in your 10th house at 18 degrees Pisces, and this is on March 8th. So, Gemini, something new in regards to career. New moons bring new beginnings. You may have a new career opportunity come up. You may have to let go of one career opportunity to grab onto another one. You may change your mind about your career and choose a different career route to go on to. Anything that has to do with career is definitely going to change. There's a big, huge change on the horizon, so be prepared for that and just take some notes. Think about things before that happens and gather some information that'll help actually boost you in career and be able to take advantage of the energy in a positive way and not have any crazy surprises. Although, I'm not gonna lie, crazy surprises can still happen, Gemini, so just be prepared. So the full moon eclipse is on the 23rd of March, and this is at 3 degrees Libra. And this is in your 5th house. The 5th house is children. It's also your romantic casual dating partners, Gemini. It's also if you have your own business or anything that you create. It's creativity, okay? So with the full moon there, few things can happen because it's children and creations of your own. Some Geminis, you need to watch yourself if you do not want any children right now, because they can pop up out of nowhere. Boop, hey, guess what? You're a mom, you're a dad. Oh my gosh, I didn't expect this. Yeah, so just be mindful of that. But also, if you already have children, something in regards to your children can come up. The full moon is bringing things to a conclusion. It's bringing things to a final decision, to a culmination. So, a final decision when it comes to your kids, whether or not to have kids, or maybe your kids are involved in a hobby because the 5th house is hobbies. And maybe they decide, you know what, mom or dad, I don't really want to be involved in this anymore. Or they may want to start a new hobby, or maybe you might want to start a new hobby because the 5th house is your hobbies as well. With casual romantic dating partners, you may make a decision to end one of those relationships or to begin a new one. You can have the full moon is very emotionally intense time, so you could just be feeling very emotional towards your kids or your romantic partners, and you know, it's a very intense day, so try not to like flip out and wig out on any of those people, but maybe get some emotions out on the table and out in the open to discuss them when it comes to your kids or romantic relationships. Or you can start a new business. Good time for that. Start a new project, creative project, if you're involved in anything creative. So Just keep in mind that big changes are on the horizon and anything in those regards, Gemini. All right, Gemini, well, that was it for your March 2016 horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you out. Don't forget to subscribe because I will be doing monthly horoscopes every month now because I absolutely love doing them for you guys. And just keep in mind the month of March, just to wrap it up, your main focuses are going to be on your career. Definitely huge focus is career, your place in this world. Also the groups you belong to or want to belong to, your friends, groups of friends, and also travel, higher education, and higher knowledge. Secondary focuses are going to be your 6th house of health and daily routine, your work environment, your relationships and one-on-one partnerships. Try not to get too crazy and conflictual with job area and relationships. And also your 5th house of creativity, creative projects, your own business, casual romantic relationships, and your children. You may be very emotional when it comes to that area of your life, and big changes are on the horizon, so watch out for that. Okay? All right, Gemini. Well, thank you so much. Have a great month. Enjoy yourself till the month of April. I'll see you then. Peace.